For question 13, you just need to know the formulas. C stands for combination, so the combination of n items, taken 2 at a time, is this, n factorial over n minus 2 factorial, just like permutation, but then times 2 factorial. And on the right-hand side, we're going to have n minus 1 factorial divided by, again, this is permutation, so the first thing minus the second, n minus 1 minus 2, which is going to be n minus 3 factorial. And when we have this sort of situation, what you're used to doing, which is very good, is you know that you need to sort of rewrite these. So if you look at the very first fraction, n factorial, n is bigger than n minus 2. So we're going to rewrite the bigger number. And I'm going to rewrite n factorial as n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 factorial all over n minus 2 factorial times 2 factorial is just 2. And on the right-hand side, the bigger number, again, is n minus 1. So I'm going to rewrite that as n minus 1 times n minus 2 times n minus 3 factorial all over n minus 3 factorial. And then we can do some canceling. We can cancel out our n minus 2's. We can cancel out our n minus 3's. We can cancel out our n minus 1. So it's as if I am dividing both sides by n minus 1, which I'm allowed to do as long as I am sure that I am not dividing by 0. Well, I know that n cannot possibly be equal to 1 because look at how we have expressed this. In this situation, it's assumed that n is greater than 2. So n minus 1 certainly is not equal to 0. So I'm going to divide both sides by n minus 1. And then I am just left with n over 2 is equal to n minus 2. So n is equal to 2n minus 4, which is going to give us n is equal to 4. And that was kind of fun and kind of satisfying. Okay, another way of writing combinations, more often than this C and R, you get something that looks like this, 100 over 0. And that's just another way of writing C 100, choose 0. Choose 0. So let's just do this. You're just practicing. This is going to be 100 factorial over 0 factorial, and then 100 minus 0 is 100 factorial. And obviously that's just going to give us a 1. 10 choose 1, that's going to be 10 factorial over 9 factorial, 1 factorial. And that is just going to give us 10 if you do the work. 4 choose 1, 4 factorial over 3 factorial, 1 factorial is just going to give us a 4. 4 choose 2 is 4 factorial over 2 factorial, 2 factorial. And I know the top can be written as 4 times 3 times 2 factorial. And in the bottom we just have a 2, right? This cancels out. So this is just going to give us a final answer of 6. And for question E, this is going to give us 4 factorial over 3 factorial, 1 factorial, which is just going to give us a 4. And 4 choose 4 is 4 factorial over 0 factorial, 4 factorial, which is just a 1.